Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of What If Deku had an ink slash art quirk. So let's just get into the story. So uh they come to school the next day, they go through the rest of the, classes, and then as I always tell them, they're gonna have to do something very special for their stay at UA. Everyone gets tense, they're wondering what's going on, what they have to do. He then states that they have to pick a class representative. Now, the class representative for this time is Momo and Ida. People don't really pick Deku because they think Deku is a delinquent, like I said before. Because he, act like he don't care. And he has, what they think is tattoos all over his body. But, it's his quirk. Well, they know that, they're not tattoos, that, they quirk. They also know that he loves to draw, in which he is currently listening to music and drawing a picture at the same time. Now, Deku does have a picture, two tattoos of Bendy and Angelica. Bendy and Angelica. He has pictures of them. But he has Bendy on his right neck and Angelica on his left neck. No, it didn't hurt when he drew all these pictures on himself. It did not hurt. So it didn't hurt when he drew Bendy and Angelica on. So, after they pick class representatives, they go out to lunch. Deku sits down, he's eating, with headphones on. Monoma tries to hit Deku, but, Deku sees it coming. And, he feel it too. So, he also sees it coming. How you see it coming? Well, Deku drew another eye on the back of his head, so he literally has eyes in the back of his head. So he dodges Monoma. Since Monoma put a lot of force in it, put a lot of his body weight, body weight was thrown off center, center mass, and, he went falling. And everyone there saw that, no one touched him. He just fell on his own. Some people started laughing. Then Monoma got up and says, "Why did you hit me or trip me?" Deku says, "What are you talking about?" Well, he don't say anything because he ain't listening. He can't hear him. And everyone see that Deku has headphones on and he can't hear. Monoma goes to tap, take Deku's headphones off, but, Deku dodges him and just keep eating his food. This when the alarm goes off. Everyone's, panicking except Deku because he, can't hear it. After a while, Ida does enact the same thing he did in canon while with Araka having her, float him up and him giving a speech that everyone calmed them down. UA files are then stolen, and then, they plan to attack UA and kill All Might. So that day comes, they all get on the bus. They rolling out to, USA. Now, on the bus, Deku don't have his headphones on. He's just drawing a picture. And, Tsuyu asks Deku, what is your quirk? What exactly is your quirk? Deku says he has an ink quirk. She asks, does it have a weakness? Deku says no. And, like I said before, someone asked me before, can Deku's quirk get stolen? It can't. How? Because Deku has the abilities of all three basic quirks, emitter, transformation, and mutation. Transformation, he can, do the forms. His transformation, basically his blood go from being red to black. With this, basically his blood going from being regular blood to being ink. This in ink master and ink king mode. So both of them, this happens. Mutation, his hair is supposed to be green, but it's pure black because the ink. And emitter, you just know he produces, he can make the things that he draws come to life. So, he emitting energy that makes that happen. So, they all go inside the USA after that happens. Oh, Deku didn't tell none of this to his classmates. He just said his quirk has no weakness, and it's basically just an art slash ink quirk. So they go inside, and 13 is explaining what's going on. The villains come in. So, no one has enough time. As all rushes down, they couldn't call no one. So Deku thought of an idea. He told Ida that he needs to escape here and go, call for more heroes. Ida says that you're faster than me. Deku says it don't matter. Go and do it. As Deku, made a hole for him to get out. So Ida runs off. He goes to get some more heroes. So Kirigiri teleports everyone away, like in canon. So, Deku's in a water area. He basically, what he does is he places, just some blots, just, stepping tools, something like that. Just what he drew in, then he steps on it all the way back to the boat, which he draws a ladder, and then he climbs up the ladder. He then sees Kendo and Froppy. He then comes up with a plan like he did in canon, but it's better. So they enact their plan. So Suyu to basically her and Kendo to go in the air. He's gonna run under them. Jump. He's gonna run under them. And if they fall, he got them. As they say, okay, so they do that. As they get to land, Shigaraki sees them. So what Deku does, he draws a wall. He used one of his own creations, which is basically a wall. Shigaraki goes to touch it, but it don't disintegrate. He can't disintegrate none of Deku's drawings. That's when, Nomu says, the Nomu is beating up Aizawa, which Deku shoots, just some ink at him, turns into a blade. It cuts off the Nomu's arm, and then it regenerates, and it keeps, beating up Aizawa. Shigaraki keeps on trying to hit Tsuyu and touch Tsuyu and Kendo, and he gets tired of Deku getting in his way, so he tells the Nomu to kill Deku. In which the Nomu rushes towards Deku, punching him, which hurts Deku a lot. But Deku gets right back up, goes into Ink Master form, and he keep on trying, but his power isn't really doing it to the Nomu. Nomu then uses all of his strength, getting tired of Deku as he punches him one more time, sending Deku flying. Now Tsuyu and Kendo says Izuku's name. They scream it, and, but the ink wall does not go away. It stays there. Deku's knocked out. Now Shigaraki says, "All right, Nomu, kill these two brats." As Nomu's walking over to them, and it gets so close, it's about to punch them. Then the wall extends and hits the Nomu, and a spike comes out and hits it. And then Shigaraki says, "What? Thought the Nomu knocked that kid out or killed him." And she looks over to where Deku was. Is Deku's body raises up like you see in The Exorcist. His body raises up. The ink comes all around him. His eyes go completely black. And then the crown comes. And then out of, his ink that's all around his body comes his two guardians. And they, most powerfulest form. Bendy in his demon form with the wings. And Angelica, in her most powerful form. I don't know what her most powerful form is, but, she comes out with the halo. And, she has her wings too. Oops. And they gonna kill whoever mess with Deku. And Deku is knocked out right now, and he's not in control of his body. This person who's in control of him is him, but just his other mind self. As he starts walking, and he says the word ink domain. As ink just pushes out from inside his body throughout the whole USJ. He then says to me. Then every student of inside the USJ comes right to Deku, including Aizawa and 13. He then says heal. As everyone is healed, they're all perfectly fine. Aizawa is perfectly fine. So is 13. Deku then points his fingers and says, Shigaraki Tomura. Deku just, used his power to figure out Shigaraki's name. Like I said before, this is only 25%. This not 100% yet of Deku's power. Actually, no, this is not 25. This is 16%. He says, Shigaraki Tomura, you have gone against the order, gone against a king, so you shall die. And no one shall stop me from killing you. Bendy, Angelica, bring him to me. As they say, as you wish. Izuku. Well, not Izuku. As you wish, Ink King. Well, Ink Demon, but they call him Ink King. His real name is Ink Demon. They say, as you wish, Ink King. Like I said, they love Deku. And Deku sees them as, big brother and big sis. So, they bring Shigaraki to Deku. And Shigaraki says, Nomu, kill this brat. As Nomu comes over to Deku and try to kill him. But, Bendy just, puts his arm to the right, destroying the Nomu's whole body, including it. Everyone just saw this. As Bendy then says, no one touches Izuku. No one touches the Ink King. Deku then says Shigaraki's name again, Shigaraki Tomura. That's not even your real name, is it? You don't know your real name. I'm saying this because I don't know Shigaraki's real name. I forgot. No, he says Shigaraki's real name, which Shigaraki don't even know. And says some more information about him. Grandson of, Nana Shimura. The number one hero before All Might. Turned villain by the enemy. But you have to suffer no more. 'Cause you shall go to prison. You shall be inside of Ink prison. As Deku basically waved his arm and, Ink just basically flew over to a place and made a doorway into a prison cell as Deku, kicked Shigaraki in there. And it closed, and Kirigiri's like, where did he go? Where did Shigaraki go? He can't find him. He can't, search for him, so he can't teleport to him. Don't know where he went, so Shigaraki is lost. Deku then, pulled out some more of his, ink creatures that he made, like more ink demons, but they don't look nothing like Bendy. They look more like just, ink creatures. They don't have Bendy's, shape like this. They just look more like humans. And the angels, they look more like humans too. But what they have is the horns, and the angels have the halos, but they also have the wings. you know, angel wings and demon wings. So Deku says, kill all of them. As you know, Kirigiri escapes just in the nick of time. Well, he tries to escape, but Deku doesn't let him leave, so he can't use his quirk. And, you know, all of Deku's ink demons and ink angels kill every other person, in which everyone in Class 1A is shocked by. As you know, all the people are killed. Kirigiri is badly injured, but he's not dead, sadly. And, you know, Deku knows that Kirigiri has a master, so he wants to give his master, you know, a warning. No, he then walks up to Kirigiri and he says, tell your master, All For One, that I, the Ink King, shall be coming after him. You know, and if he dares to actually, you know, continue what he's doing, his plans, tell him I should kill him. So, you know, he then sends Kirigiri back to the bar. You know, Kirigiri is there injured. He then calls Off One. Off One says, what is it? You know, Kirigiri then explains the situation. Shigaraki is missing, and, you know, there is a powerful person with a powerful quirk, you know, and he says his name is Ink King, and he says if he comes after him again, that he would kill you. You know, All For One thinking that this is just a bluff, that no one's strong enough to kill him. But, you know, he listened to what Kirigiri said, and he's, you know, paranoid, so he does gather more quirks. So, sorry about that. So, what was it? Oh yeah. Deku then says dispose of all these bodies. As you know, they put the bodies in a pile. Deku, when the demons then lights a match on it, burning all the bodies. Class 1A then asks Deku, what is this form? Who is he? And, you know, who are they? You know, Deku says, my name is not, you know, well, the name that I gave Deku, I can't pronounce it. Just, you know, Ink Demon or Art Demon. I think it's Art Demon. Yeah, Art Demon, you know. My name is not Art. Or the way, you know, you pronounce it. My name is Ink King. Me and Art are two different people. But we are the same at the same time. You know. And these two are my guardians, Bendy and Angelica. As you know, he says you two can return, as they say. All right? You know, as they go right back to where they were. And he says you also can return. As all of his, you know, ink demons and ink angels go back, Deku then says, well, I'm gonna need someone to catch him. He's gonna pass out as soon as he wakes up. As you know, he goes away, the eyes go from completely black back to normal. His hair, instead of dripping, you know, ink, stops dripping ink. You know, all the ink that was outside of his body go right back in. You know, Deku passes out. They catch him before he falls. And, you know, he brings in all the rest of the heroes and All Might and stuff like that. Then, you know, they see everything is perfectly fine. They ask what happened, and then, you know, they explained it. Other heroes think that they should, you know, capture Deku. All Might thinking that, you know, Deku did nothing wrong, technically, seeing that he wasn't conscious. But, you know, they still try to capture him, but that's when, you know, Bendy and Angelica came out and says, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. You see, our little bro here, Benny sent talking. Our little bro here is a little bit tired, so if you try anything, you know, he got releasing bloodlust, getting more serious. I'll kill you. As Angelica says, "Oh, calm down, Bendy." They wouldn't even be allowed to touch him. The heroes wondering who these two are. They say, "Who are you?" They say, "Oh, we're being rude." Well, I'm Bendy, the ink demon. And I'm, Angelica, the ink angel. We are, art's, basically, guardian. We take care of him to make sure he's perfectly fine. We are the ones who raised him, after all. As they just left him be because they see that they too scary and they look too powerful to actually even mess with him. And that bloodlust they felt from Bendy. So they get a week off. They go back to their houses. Deku goes back to police house. The cover girl did look at Deku to see that he's perfectly fine. He just tired. He's sleeping. Bakugo did tell Inko about this, saying that Deku transformed. His hair went, his eyes went black. His hair was dripping, ink. He summoned these two creatures in which he calls one Bendy the demon, the ink demon Bendy, and one Angelica, the ink angel. The ink angel Angelica. Then he had more angels and demons, but they didn't look like Angelica or Bendy. They looked more human. And, his eyes were completely black. He had a crown on top of his head, and he said his name was not Art. What Izuku really go by. His name was not Art. His name was the Ink King. His name was Ink King. But he and Izuku are the same person, but not at the same time. He said Izuku is not aware of this power yet, so he cannot tap into it, on free will. So Inko is, finding out that this is that power that Deku had. And what she really want to meet Deku to, see what mistakes she made. She want to, repent for a mistake. Which is going to take a lot of, to do. Because basically she gave Deku up. And that's what Deku sees it as. You don't go looking for the person who gave you up. Now, I'll do the sports festival in the next, part. This was short, but, this will be alright. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a, good time. And I'll see y'all in the next one.